Boko Haram's bride disappearance causes panic. The disappearance of a former Boko Haram bride has stoked concern. The bride recently returned home after 3 years in the insurgents' stronghold. She was among 70 women and children that radicalized and reintegrated into the society. A report from Thomson Reuters Foundation indicates that a former Boko Haram bride who recently returned home after 3 years in the insurgents' stronghold has disappeared. 25-year-old Aisha disappearance stoked concern about the difficulty of de-radicalizing and reintegrating women seized by the jihadists. Aisha, a wife of a Boko Haram commander, was among 70 women and children who finished a 9-month de-radicalization program in February, having been captured by the army in a raid on the militant Sambisa forest base last year. Aisha was interviewed by the Thomson Reuters Foundation earlier in the year. Last month Aisha vanished from her family home in Borno state capital Maiduguri, taking the baby boy fathered by her Boko Haram husband and some of her clothes, according to her younger sister Bintu Yerima. Before she left she had received a phone call from a woman who was with her in the program. The woman said that she had returned to the Sambisa forest. 22-year-old Yerima told the Thomson Reuters Foundation by phone from Maiduguri. Phone calls to Aisha after she disappeared went unanswered, and her mobile has since been switched off, her sister added. A psychologist, Fatima Kilu, who was among those de-radicalizing the women, said she had heard that some of the women who were under her care, including Aisha, had gone back to Boko Haram. Rehabilitation, reintegration is a long process and complicated by the fact we have an active, ongoing insurgency. When you have fathers, husbands, sons and brothers who are still in the movement, the women, want to be reunited and to go back to a place where they feel they belong, she said. Aisha told the Thomson Reuters Foundation earlier this year that other women kidnapped by Boko Haram were given to her as slaves because she was married to leading militant Maman Noor. Moved by the power, and disenchanted with the domestic drudgery of their everyday lives, women are far more difficult than men to de-radicalize and reintegrate into their communities, said Akilu. Her words, women often come out successful from de-radicalization programs, but they struggle in the community. Some face a lot of stigma. They feel like pariahs. Women rescued from Boko Haram camps are currently undergoing a de-radicalized program. Many Nigerians fear women abducted by Boko Haram have been radicalized and may recruit others or commit violence once they return home, and that their children born of abuse may have been tainted by the bad blood of the militants, according to a 2016 report by Charity International Alert and the UN. Meanwhile, the Nigerian army has been accused of looting and burning a village in Borno state. The allegation was made by residents in Ali Dawari in the Jeri area of Maiduguri, the Borno state capital. Media reports quoted the villagers as saying the soldiers burnt and looted their properties after battling with the insurgents.